Beachbody was a hobby, and I didn't give it my all like I wanted to. There wasn't a big enough why yet. And then I had to return back to work. A job that I dreaded going to was working 60 hours a week. This was about 6-7 months after being a coach. And you were describing my income. This reflects that transition. I went back to work and it was a real estate marketing job, and I never saw my baby. And I would sit outside of Meijer and watch other babies and their moms come out, Meijer, Walmart, what have you. And I would sit in my car and I'd cry because I really want to just get home to my baby. So I turned to my husband and I said, listen, this is my ticket back home to my baby. My dream is to be a stay-at-home mom. So this is where the change is going to happen. This is where I'm going to transition and I'm going to make Beachbody my career. This is going to be it. So from the point of, back to being a DJ, from being a DJ to now, it's been a total life personal growth mission. But the biggest change, the biggest growth happened that point in time when I went back to work and then decided to take this more serious. I knew I had a team to lead. I knew I had challenge groups to lead, and I knew I had to be a better person for them. And so that's when I dove deep into personal development, and I grew so much from that. And I was able to match my income at that job and leave within 4 months. I got really busy. It was very, very hard. So failing forward moments. I didn't go diamond right away. It took me 10 months because my why wasn't there yet. But as soon as I got that why, that vision, it was time. It was go time for sure.
Yeah, so here's kind of what I just heard you say as well, and I think it bears repeating that, it was obviously this concept of the why, that deep sense of purpose that burns so deeply. And then the other part what you said was, you know what, it was hard. In those forms, it was hard work to move yourself or to make those things happen. And I think one of the great, sometimes people with network marketing have this concept that to be successful, it's going to be easy and it's this, make money quickly. But those that do it right and those that are successful, it requires hard work. The rewards can be greater than many other businesses, but it requires a lot of work in order to be successful.
Absolutely. It was hard work, for sure.
Now,
worth it.
And worth it. That's the cool thing. Now, in addition to that, though, and part of that hard work is figuring out how to work hard so that you're not just working hard, but you're working effectively and efficiently. And that's really part of what we want you to share today. What have you done to get the kind of results that you've achieved? How have you organized yourself, and then what would you share with these coaches, Anita, this morning?
Okay, so I mentioned that it wasn't easy, it was hard work, and there were moments, and I like to call myself the classic case of failing forward on my face. So last year I had a personal goal to become an elite coach. That was something that was so important to me. And I worked hard for it, like I said. And if you look at my stats or whatever, we won't see elite coach because I didn't hit it. I had all the elite points to do that, but I was not a 5-star diamond. And I looked at my business and I said, why? I've got so many amazing coaches on my team, so many wonderful leaders. Why? Why am I not producing more leaders? Why am I not helping people get there? What's going on? And I realized through that failure of not hitting elite and not being a 5-star, not even being a 1-star in December, that I needed to turn my focus away from me and focus on my coaches. And I needed to figure out what system I had in place that was working for me to get Success Club points and to recruit coaches. I was being listed as a top recruiter in December and November, but I couldn't help them rank advance. And so I had to figure it out. So I sat down and I mapped out. I looked at the months in my business where I had the best months, and I said, what did I do to do that? What items did I promote? What items did I do? And how consistent was I? And I decided I would do them every month and that I would give that exact system to my coaches and see what happens. So I'm going to share the system with you guys right now. And just to give you a little bit of feedback, January, I believe I was 1-star diamond. I came out of March at 7-star diamond, 8-star qualifying. I started the year in January at number 13 on the Elite 2014 leaderboard, and now I'm at number 5. I really do believe that having an organized system for your coaches to duplicate is vital. So here it is. Here are the things that I do and how often I do them and when I do them. Okay, so number 1, a free, and I stress free, 5 to 7 day clean eating group. So this group is where I share clean eating tips and a meal plan from the Beachbody Club. I host this group at the top of every month, so at the beginning. And my goal is to promote the group before the month begins and to start at the beginning. So this is how you start to build trust with your followers and build value to your friends and family. So number 2, I do a 30 to 60 day Beachbody challenge group. So I begin promoting this challenge group while the 5-day clean eating group is in progress. I'm building trust with my clean eaters, and they're seeing me talk about my actual challenge group through my social media platforms. And I even drop a hint into the clean eating group. I will hold my Beachbody challenge group somewhere around the middle or closer to the end of the month. This gives people time to order and receive their challenge pack. And the clean eating challengers are actually starting to move into this group. Number 3, I host a Beachbody coaching business opportunity webinar every single week without fail for myself and my coaches to plug their prospect coaches into. Number 4, on the second Monday of the month, I begin promoting my What is Beachbody open house. So I start my What is Beachbody open house on the 3rd Monday of every month. I promoted the 2nd Monday. I started the 3rd Monday. This is an opportunity for people to learn about what Beachbody coaching is from you and your team.
So, Anita, let me just stop you for a second. How does that differ? How do you, I think I know, but for those that may not be as clear, how do you differ between your business opportunity webinar and your Beachbody open house? What's the content of each?
Okay, so in the open house, and here's a good tip. I have some of my top coaches on my team share their life experience with Beachbody in a video, and I post it every day. But the most important thing that I do in these open houses is I bring people into my team page, and I show them our culture. I show them what the Beachbody culture is. I show them what our team culture is. I show them where the growth opportunities are, because you don't always get that from a webinar. But you get that from the posts that are coming from the coaches asking questions, the aha moments, the celebrations of rank advancements. We even do little mini challenges in the group to show the Beachbody culture. So you're not only getting a dose of our team culture, but you're getting the Beachbody culture. And I feel like that is super crucial when you are getting somebody to want to do this.
And who do you invite into that? Is that generated from your business opportunity webinar, or is that kind of an open invitation? And you let them participate in this open house for how long?
I open it up to the public through my social media platforms. So my my Facebook business page, my regular page, and I open it up to my clean eating challenge groups and my challengers. So sometimes people can't get on a webinar. They have kids, they're busy with their jobs, but they can get into a group and kind of check in every day for a few minutes. And I host it for anywhere between 5 to 7 days, depending on how many people are involved. So, and I get them involved with questions and like I said, in those mini challenges as well.
So at the end of that 7 days, what happens?
I invite them once again to an opportunity webinar, and then I ask them, what did you take away from this group? What did you like? What did you hate? What did you change? What would you change? Or, and then I'd say, hey, now's the time. Here's what, here are some of our challenge pack promotions going on, and here are here is how you can sign up as a coach. Get with the person that invited you to the group, and we'll get you started on your journey as a Beachbody coach. Or you can remove yourself from the group.
Yeah. No, but that's I think a very key point on these is that everything that you're doing, and as a coach, everything you're doing should lead to a decision point where at some point you need to expect or create the expectation, there's going to be a decision to say, what did you learn? I think that's great. What did you learn? What did you like? And do you want to be part of this? Is this of interest of you enough to do this or do that? And I think that's oftentimes where coaches sometimes get a little bit more shy is in asking that decision. Has that been a problem for you at all, or do you feel like that open house has created the type of environment where, hey, no, it's very natural to ask those kind of questions at the end?
It's so natural because especially with the clean eating challenge, the 5-day clean eating, when you give somebody so much value and you're helping somebody and you're giving them information and an experience, shame on you for not asking. You need to ask because you earned the right to ask. You put it all out there. You gave them something.
Yeah, and I think that is a nugget right there. If you're providing value for them, number one, they're going to realize that you are providing value. That really the way you're doing this is a real thing. And the question, the decision point comes as a very natural consequence of everything that you've been providing. And you're doing them a disservice by not asking. So I think that's so great. Okay, now I kind of stopped you at point number 4 through your Beachbody open house. I know there's more.
We're almost done. Okay. Number 5, so I host my Coach Basics group for my team at the beginning of every month. So after that cycle ends and we're starting to approach, say, August, that's when I start to place these coaches that do participate or do sign up into our Coach Basics if they're ready for it. I always ask, are you ready? And then they have somewhere to go to learn right away. They're not running around trying to figure out what to do. They have somewhere to go, and I open this Coach Basics up to my entire team, or of course I have my team run their own if they feel strong enough. But there's always an opportunity for coaches on my team to go somewhere and learn.
So help coaches find out, where would they go to get the Coach Basics materials?
You would go to your back office. You would go to News and Training, and you would click on Coach Basics.
So pretty complex to find that.
It's simple. Totally.
And then do you run a 60-day, a 45, 30-day? What kind of Coach Basics do you run?
I personally do a 40-day. Okay. And I'm actually just testing this out. It's very new, but I've taken the Coach Basics and I've used it sort of as an outline, a pin, where to go. And I've taken each topic and I've made my own personal videos, my own personal pictures, documents, things that I've learned over the last couple of years, and I've added it into the Coach Basics. So I've kind of added my own pizzazz and my own color to it, but it's still my core foundation. And I have a file section in my team page for my Diamond coaches to grab what I've created for my outline so they can duplicate the same thing.
I think that's, again, coaches, the magical part of this. The Coach Basics, it's all there. It's a turnkey, but to make it powerful, you do need to customize it and make it your own. That speaks to who you uniquely are. So, okay, I'll be quiet now, Anita.
Okay. All right, we're almost done. So this is the most important part, guys. All the while, so I've given you all this stuff, right? You got to be completing your business activity tracker every single day. These things are just pinpoints in your calendar. They're all just things that you need to be looking towards to do and using as your platform for inviting. But you need to be doing the vital behaviors without fail every day. This system does not work if you aren't doing the vital behaviors in the business activity tracker. And the system doesn't work, guys, if you're not consistent. You need to be doing this system at least for 3 months to start to see it pop. If you do it once and then you don't see anything come from it and give up, it's not going to work for you. I've had way too many coaches do their free clean eating group, and then they start their, they do their free clean eating group and nobody participates, and then they quit. They're like, it didn't work for me. Do it again. Do it again a couple times. Stay consistent. Your audience is going to learn. So anyway, the cycle revolves around Mondays. The important thing to understand is, yes, these items, they happen every month, but I do them every month. I don't just schedule them. I'm always giving my audience and my followers an opportunity to join me in something every week. And I attribute team success to this cycle because my team is duplicating the same system and plugging their people into my system if they can't duplicate it themselves. So we all have something at some point to add coaches into and give value, give information to. other people at all times from the Inspire Empire, my team. And that's my system.
Well, you know what? That's some great information. And coaches, again, the power of a system is, the power of a system is its power, obviously, is that it simplifies things for new coaches. It gives them a roadmap to follow. It demystifies, the success that people have had. And when you start to peel away the layers, take back the curtains, you're going to see, and your coaches will see, that the successful coaches do have a simple system that they religiously and methodically execute on every single month. And as Anita said, and they keep doing it. If it fails the first time, they keep doing it. Maybe they tweak it. Maybe they massage it a little bit, polish off some of the rough edges to make it work, but they keep focusing on the three vital behaviors, and it revolves around those pieces, and they track their success. That's the whole idea behind the business activity tracker. She said, these other features are pinpoint. They're things that you're doing, but you're tracking the success of your business through these. And so, Anita, some great tips today, coaches. This is one you're going to want to go back and listen to again, and then take your calendar out and put this on your calendar.
Yes, I wanted to add that.
What's that?
I wanted to add that. I create that calendar, and my upline sponsor, Leslie, does the same thing. We create this beautiful color-coded calendar, and we give it to our team. Say, here, this is your background on your computer. Live by this. This is your month. Give them something to feel confident and secure in.
And that's what they're looking to you for. Most coaches most new people come into the business, and they're looking at this. Number one, they're asking the question, do I want to do this? And when they answer the yes, I want to do that, the next question they're saying, can I do this? And that's part of your answer to yes, you can. And then you need to show them how to do that through these systems. So, well, listen, Anita, we need to wrap up here in a minute. But before we wrap up, we talk about the business a lot and how we got to where we got to, but let's maybe start end where we started, and talking about what Beachbody has meant to you in your life, and the difference that it's made, and how you see it'll impact your life in the years to come.
Sure. Beachbody hasn't just changed my life completely. It's changed my family's life. My mom, my husband. My mom's on the call listening. My mother-in-law's listening. And so the things that Eric, my husband, and I did before Beachbody, the things that we did for income. Eric is a self-employed photographer, and I was working in a job I didn't enjoy. It didn't show us a bright future for our income and our family. Also, I had issues with my self-esteem. I had issues with myself as just in general as a leader, or I've grown so much. I've become more positive. I've become more outgoing. I've become more disciplined. I'm 60 pounds down or 70 pounds down, and I'm getting ready to compete in a bikini contest next week. That's so crazy, left field, but I'm healthier, I'm happier, and stronger. And my husband and I are paying down debt. We're saving for a future for our family. My husband's actually out right now looking for a new car for us. We're able to travel. We just booked a trip to go to Puerto Rico. These things were not in our cards, not at all. We did not have this kind of future ahead of us, and now we do. I was able to leave my job, and I was able to bring my husband home and work with me. He wasn't always the biggest believer in what I was doing. He was a little skeptical at first, but over time, he saw what it was doing for me personally, and he was so inspired by that. He said, keep going, babe, and I'm here to help you. He saw my little paychecks come in, and he started to help me around the house and help with the baby more, and eventually he started working the business with me. And now this is what we do. We are, part-time business owners making a full-time income, and we're full-time parents. And this is a life we've never dreamed of. We have freedom financially, and we have freedom in our schedule, and it's just been a dream come true. And we're forever grateful to Beachbody, and we thank God every day. All the glory to God for what our life looks like right now.